They named me Nayantara, Star of the Eye, but my parents' faces were heavy with fallen hope at another girl child, and this one colored like mud. Wrap her in an old cloth, lay her face down on the floor. What does she bring to the family except a dowry debt? 3 days it took the villagers to put out the fire in the marketplace, and my mother lying fevered all the while, and the cows run dry, and I screaming until they fed me milk from a white ass. Perhaps that is why the words came to me so soon, and the sight. Or was it the loneliness? The need rising, angry, in a dark girl left to wander the village unattended, with no one caring enough to tell her don't. I knew who stole Banku, the water carrier's buffalo, and which servant girl was sleeping with her master. I sensed where under the earth gold lay buried, and why the weaver's daughter had stopped talking since last full moon. I told the zamindar how to find his lost ring. I warned the village headman of the floods before they came. I, Nayantara, the name which also means star seer. My fame spread from neighboring towns and beyond, from the cities that lay on the other side of the mountains. People traveled so I could change their luck with a touch of my hand. They bought me gifts never before seen in our village, gifts so lavish that the villagers talked about them for days. I sat on a gold woven cushions and ate from silver plates studded with precious stones, and wondered at how easy it was to learn the habits of affluence, and how right it seemed that I should do so. I cured the daughter, I foretold the death of a tyrant, drew patterns on the ground to keep the good winds blowing for merchant sailors. When I looked at them, grown men trembled and threw themselves at my feet, and that too seemed easy and right. And so it was that I grew proud and wilful. I wore muslins so fine they could be drawn through the eye of a needle. I combed my hair with combs carved from the shells of the great tortoises of the Andamans. I gazed long and admiringly in mirrors framed in mother of pearl, though I knew well that I was not beautiful. I slapped servant maids if they were slow to do my bidding. At meal times, I ate the best portions and threw the leavings on the floor for my brothers and sisters. My mother and father dare not voice their anger, for they were afraid of my power. But they also loved the luxury life it brought them. And when I read this in their eyes, I felt disdain and a bile black triumph that churned in my belly because I, who had been the last, now was first. There was something else too, a deep, worldless sorrow, but I pushed it away and would not look at it. I, Nayantara, who had long since forgotten the other meaning of my name, flower that grows by the dust road, who did not know then that this would be my name for only a little time more. Meanwhile, the travelling bowls sang my praises. Goldsmith impressed my likeness on medallions that were worn by thousands for luck, and merchant sailors carried tales of my powers across the harnessed seas to every land. That is how the pirates learned of me.